Well, hello everybody. Sorry for the late start here. We're actually on the opposite side of the Panthers 10 tonight. So we get actually a bit of an interesting angle. Get to face the benches, get to face the home crowd. This is Brian Stewart to the cup. Couldn't get it to go. Colin Schultz tried to get the rebound. That one tipped out by the defense. Welcome to the Panthers 10. As I said tonight, it's the Liberty Hill Runnin' Panthers taking on the Rouse Raiders. And for the Panthers, it's your typical starting five: Luke Landy, Toby Ryman, Brian Stewart, Colin Schultz, and Markel Timmons. For the visiting Raiders, it's Trey Nielsen, Roy Gardner, Devin Brown, Amari Haywood, and JoJo Moore. As the Raiders started off with a quick fast break layup by the aforementioned Amari Haywood. Early 2-0 lead for Rouse. But after the turnover, Liberty Hill with possession and facing a man-to-man defense here, it's Colin Schultz at the top. Markel Timmons on the wing. Back to Stewart, who fires immediately and knocks it down. Brian Stewart giving the Panthers the early lead, and this is how Rouse is going to break the press. They're just going to try and go fast. Timmons off the miss. Stewart gets it to Schultz. Now Landy with some room off the screen. No good. Rouse will bring down the board. And we're going to have a little chippy foul called here in the middle of the court. Thanks for joining us tonight. Again, apologies for the late start. Got to reconfigure ourselves here on the opposite side of the court. Again, thanks for joining us on Vype Live this evening. My name is Adam Mueller. 2 straight heartbreaking road losses for the Panthers, and it is not going to get any easier as they take on the undefeated leaders of District 25-5A. Into that 2-3 zone as the Raiders will bring things around. 3-ball in and out, and that'll be a good defensive possession for Liberty Hill. Markel Timmons up the floor, gets it to Stewart, who again will fire quickly, maybe a little too quickly. Landy got there, but he stepped out of bounds. Ray Avery, Eric Richardson, and Jackson Scott come into the game. Landy and Timmons will stay. And there's that speed breast from Haywood. Now here's JoJo Moore. Again, a lot of height and ball handling for this Rouse team, as we saw last year. Way off on the 3. Timmons wants to push. Wonder if Landy got some contact. Will come the other way, and the pump fake. And Nielsen unable to get it to go. Big rebound from Eric Richardson. Landy to Timmons here at the top of the key, covered closely by Nielsen. And he got some space, will pull up. Richardson pulls down a big rebound. Back to Timmons at the top, takes a ton of contact, and will go to the free throw line. Rouse has a lot of size, but if you play into their body, maybe you can sort of chip away, get some of those big fellas down low into foul trouble. It'll be the first foul on Amari Haywood. We have 6'7", 6'3", 6'5" out there for the Raiders. Timmons' first free throw rolls in, shooter's touch from Markel. As we sort of round out this initial cycle of district games after tonight, all teams in District 25-5A will have played each other. Short on the second free throw from Markel. Good press. Rouse gets through it. And a nice little pass there. Richardson stays straight up, which is smart. But JoJo Moore puts it in. Timmons hands off to Ray Avery, his first touch, and now Jackson Scott's first touch of the game. And we're already halfway through this first quarter. Richardson, Landy with the right hand, almost lost his feet, stayed up, fading away, couldn't get it to go. The rebound to Haywood. Moore nearly threw that out of bounds. The pressure almost paying off. Landy couldn't get a hold of it. Now Rouse will have numbers, and the three ball from Devin Brown drops. That's how precise you have to be against a team of Rouse's caliber. You cannot make any mistakes. Got to take advantage of every opportunity. And we saw in that one the press just kind of broke down, really close to getting the steal, but just broke down, and Haywood able to dribble through. It's a 6'5" point guard, basically, in JoJo Moore. Ray Avery got himself trapped in the corner, does pretty nicely. Again, a lot of contact, and we will get a foul called. Rouse this season really has looked untouchable in district play, as Ray Avery now on the score sheet. We've got Jackson Wright, Trayvon Williams, and Jax Hicks checking into the game. Avery and Brian Stewart stay out there. Ray Avery with a couple free throws. He'll check out. Toby Ryman comes in. So Wright, Ryman, Hicks, Stewart, and Williams for the Panthers. Same starting group, it looks like, for Rouse. Brown to the cup, lays it in, and Devin Brown showing he can do it from beyond the arc and inside. Nice aggressive move from the senior guard for Rouse. Hicks to Williams. Trayvon kicked it out, but picked off by Brown. Jackson Wright tried to sneak a hand in there. Couldn't get it. And here's JoJo Moore. Brown Montgomery, and that one's blocked by Brian Stewart. Right, nice pass to Ryman, chopped his feet. Nice move, and Toby Ryman knocks one down. Brown will get another three ball and knocks it down again. Devin Brown, incredibly efficient. Seen a lot of three-point shooting in the past couple games against the Panthers, and I'm going to assume we're going to see more tonight, especially as Devin Brown has already hit two. Jax Hicks, nice aggressive move. Floater, no good. Rebound to JoJo Moore, and here is aforementioned Devin Brown. Spins, blocked by Stewart. I make that 2 blocks for Brian Stewart. JoJo Moore, nice no look to Haywood. Just looked off Toby Ryman on the block. And Coach Blake Bourne is going to call a timeout, talk to his guys. We will take it with them. Well, a hot start for the visiting Rouse Raiders. They are the cream of the crop in this district. We'll step away for a moment. Panthers 8, Raiders 14. Good crowd tonight at the Panthers Den. Out of the timeout, Markel Timmons, Ray Avery, Brian Stewart, Luke Landy, and Colin Schultz are the 5 for the Panthers. Brown, Haywood, Moore, Montgomery, and number 24, Luke Baldwin, in the game. Landy kept the foot planted. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Avery looks to set things up. Corner, Landy tries to be aggressive against Baldwin and knocks it down. Luke Landy finds his first bucket of the game. Panthers within 4. 20 seconds to go. Montgomery, another no-look to Baldwin. Brown thought about the 3. Moore will shoot the 3. And not enough bodies down low. Need that. Timmons with a nice defensive play. Did we get a timeout call? Yeah, Coach Boren called timeout. So Panthers will retain possession. And just a few seconds after that initial timeout, we have another one here. Liberty Hill 10, Rouse 14.
Globe Theater in Bertram, Texas, a hometown hideaway established in 1935, blends modern conveniences with historic Art Deco architecture. The Globe Theater now features live music, classic movies, and special events. Come out for the day, the night, or the weekend. This is a must-see destination in the Hill Country. Globe Theater, 132 West Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. Online at globetheatertx.com.
And we're back after the timeout here at the Panthers' end. 7 seconds to go. Deep corner inbound for Toby Ryman. Timmons has a lot of work to do here. Needs to get it across the whole court. Lots of contact. Again, we'll get a shot off. It will be short. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Well, it's not something that we've seen a lot this season against Liberty Hill. The opposing team actually with the hot start, but still within reach here at the end of the first quarter. It's Rouse Raiders 14, Liberty Hill Panthers 10.
Thank you to one of our buzzer beater sponsors, Richards Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing both the private and public sectors with a wide range of experience in the following industries: healthcare, industrial, heavy electrical machinery, government facilities, office facilities, retail facilities, existing electrical infrastructure, site lighting, and power. Owner Richard Mock and his incredible team would like to be your provider for all your electrical needs. Give them a call today, 512-259-4595. Richards Electric.
As we start quarter number 2, it's been a quick one. Not a whole lot of stoppages in that first quarter. Neither team really able to get in a rhythm, although Devin Brown shooting the 3 ball for Rouse late in that first quarter has been sort of the story, the separation. Nice little back screen there. Colin Schultz, spin move again, ton of contact, but Schultz gets it to go. Nice play from Colin Schultz, his first bucket of the game. Into the corner, they like to use the corner. Landy got a piece, Stewart could not hold. Haywood switches to Brown, who takes a strong dribble. Jumper no good. Colin Schultz doing it at the defensive end as well with the rebound. This is the starting 5 for the Runnin' Panthers, coached by Blake Boren, as we mentioned. Shane Krause, coach of the Rouse Raiders. You can see him at the top of your screen there. Schultz, Timmons, risky pass, but he got it into Landy, who puts it in. Strong move by Luke Landy. And just like that, out of the first quarter break. That one's tipped by Timmons, saved by Ryman, back to Timmons. Landy with some space here. Pump fake will kick out. Ryman thought about the dribble drive, gets it back to point guard Timmons. We'll get a screen from Schultz. Comes off that screen. Landy will look to attack this man-to-man defense. Brian Stewart recovers from the top. Again, a lot of contact. Oh, almost got the and one. Brian Stewart heads to the line. .6:12 third quarter, though they're going to call it on the floor. No continuation there for Stewart. Timmons gets it to Schultz. Jump hook, no good. This is JoJo Moore, kicks it out to Brown. He's hit already a couple of these. Bodies flying in, and Toby Ryman pulls it out. Toby doing work on the low block, has got some space. Couldn't find Landy. Well, Luke got it. Sort of had to reset his feet. Coach Bourne calls out the play. And now it's Ryman at the top of the key. 14-14. Pass nearly picked off. Stewart's going to take one step and knock down the three ball. Brian Stewart with a couple of three-pointers, and now the noise coming from the big home crowd tonight. Panthers fans have showed up on a cold Friday night. Montgomery does really well. Brown up and under. Devin Brown, impressive player. Hard to stop that. But the Panthers still with the lead, under 5 minutes, second quarter. Timmons finds Colin Schultz. Gets the ball to Landis. Landis' pass nearly fumbled by Timmons. Back to Stewart. On the dribble drive, the left hand, a little bit too soft off the window. Montgomery will attack. Into the paint. Gets it to Haywood. Such a luxury to have someone like Amari Haywood, who's got such strength and size as a guard, a 6'3" guard. Rouse takes the lead again. Landy needs a little bit of help. Here comes Timmons. Again, really tight press. Man, and Montgomery will foul Timmons. 2 team fouls in this quarter. And we have a host of changes. Eric Richardson, Jackson Scott, Ray Avery in the game. Landy and Timmons will stay in. That sort of press man really can tire you out. Both sides, both the defense and the offense. JoJo Moore hit the ball off of Luke Landy's knee. And past the halfway mark in this second quarter, Rouse will take over again. This is Roy Gardner. Again, see 6'7" playing at the top of the key. 3 ball for the Raiders, no good. It's number 30, Crency, I should say. Hard to read this roster that I was given from Rouse. Richardson swings to Timmons. Gives to Landy. Nice pump fake by Luke Landy. Left hand not there. Ray Avery did his best. And it will be enough to keep the ball down here in the possession of the Panthers. Landy a little frustrated with himself. Couldn't get the left-handed layup to go. Richardson in the corner. Gives to Timmons, who found just a little bit of space and knocks it down. Markel Timmons with 4 points. And the Panthers hanging right with this high-powered Raiders team. Nielsen, Moore, nearly found Haywood, but it won't work. Raiders maybe overcomplicating things for themselves here. Timmons, Avery. Coach Bourne wants a reset. Nice move, and there's the foul called on Crency. Three team fouls now on the Raiders for this quarter. Ray Avery will step up. Already hit a few free throws in this game. Way short on that one. Jax Hicks back in there. Jackson Wright back in there. Trayvon Williams back in there. Jackson Scott as well. So that second group out there for Coach Bourne as he tries to get those normal rotations in. Ray Avery's got 3 points. Extends the running Panthers lead to 3. JoJo Moore, Roy Gardner, back to Moore. Gardner stands at 6'7" at the top of that three-point line. Can't get the three ball to go, and this may be slightly undersized Panthers lineup. Gets a good defensive stop. Jackson Wright's going to have a big test here against Amari Haywood, who tripped him. Yeah, it's an aggressive man-to-man defense from Rouse, but there's a lot of contact, and the Panthers are attacking off the dribble. 2 fouls on Amari Haywood. So we talked about the foul trouble just at the beginning of the game. Maybe something developing there, and Haywood out for a rare breather. Baldwin in for him. Toby Ryman, Brian Stewart, and Markel Timmons are back in the game. Williams and Hicks stay. And Timmons again with that precise inside pass. Ryman, nice pump fake, then kind of went up and under Gardner. Couldn't get it to go. Moore, Gardner. Get it to Nielsen. Pump fake. Ryman got a piece. I don't know who they're going to get the foul on. Maybe Trayvon. That's right. So they'll get on Trayvon. First team foul of this quarter. It is a shooting foul. And the lefty, Trey Nielsen, will step up. Here comes Colin Schultz and Luke Landy. And your starting 5 for the Panthers back out there with 1:45 to go in quarter number 2. Nielsen's second free throw, no good. Landy did a good box out, but he's surrounded by Raiders. Good strength from Luke to pivot out of that. Timmons covered very closely by Nielsen. Ryman, Stewart, Brown got a piece and won the basketball. Stewart with good up and down defense here. Brown again, no good. JoJo Moore up, and we'll get the and one. JoJo Moore followed the fast break. It was good hustle from Brian Stewart, who initially lost the ball. Montgomery will come in for Nielsen here. And the free throw from JoJo Moore is going to be short. Toby Ryman, good box out and good outlet for Landy, just a little too far. Good idea. You saw it materializing, but just put a little too much heat on that one. 114, scores all tied up. The running Panthers maybe just quietly sticking with the Raiders here, and Roy Gardner's going to be called for a travel on this near side. We are here on the Rouse side for the first time in this district season here on Vype Live. And talk about a good home crowd, also a good away crowd, probably the best visiting group that we've had this season. They are really packing the stands, and on a Friday night, it's a good night to watch some basketball. Brian Stewart couldn't get that one to go. And now JoJo Moore will leak out and try and attack Timmons, who up and under, couldn't get it to go. And who's that come out on? It was Landy. So We will stay down here with 39 seconds left. Baldwin, Montgomery at the top. Jojo Moore came around a couple screens. Timmons right up on him. And we're going to get a foul on Markel Timmons on the hit. 2 team fouls. First on Markel. Montgomery hands to the 6'5" point guard, Jojo Moore. And they might go for one shot here. I didn't expect this with about 25 seconds left. Rouse just holding. And it shows you how close this game has been. A Rouse Raiders team that sort of plays free-flowing ball. Baldwin from the corner, short, 3 seconds to go. Gardner now tries to go up and will get a foul call as time expires. I really hope it's not on Luke Landy. It's called on Timmons. I think both Landy and Timmons have 2. Just going to check that. And I guess we will have two free throws with nobody in the paint. No, we'll have some Panthers players. Are we going to put any time on the clock? The scoreboard shows yes. Okay, so 3 seconds. That's a decent amount of time. No Raiders in the painted area here. Well, okay. I think we're going to, it's not going to be point, it's going to be 3. Initially it was 3 seconds. I think we're going to have 0.3 or 0.2. So 0.2 seconds, not nearly as much time. So Roy Gardner will shoot 2 free throws with 0.2 left. Misses the first one. A little bit different. I can tell you from experience, shooting in a lane that has none of your teammates in it. It's a little bit strange. He will knock down the second one, and we'll go into halftime as Timmons fires it away, won't get it to go, but Liberty Hill Running Panthers sticking right with the undefeated Rouse Raiders, 22-21. That is a nice score. I think you'd take that at the beginning of this game going into the locker room. Been a good back and forth. Another defensive battle. We'll head to halftime. It's Rouse 22, Liberty Hill 21.
The Standard on Vaughn, a beautiful restaurant located in the heart of Bertram, Texas, featuring a full mixology bar and menu offerings including hand-select and house-cut steaks. They also offer private party and event space. The Standard on Vaughn is the place to be. Open Wednesday through Saturday. Free live music every weekend. The Standard on Vaughn, 145 East Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. TheStandardOnVaughn.com.
Globe Theater in Bertram, Texas, a hometown hideaway established in 1935, blends modern conveniences with historic Art Deco architecture. The Globe Theater now features live music, classic movies, and special events. Come out for the day, the night, or the weekend. This is a must-see destination in the Hill Country. Globe Theater, 132 West Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. Online at globetheatertx.com.
Thank you to one of our buzzer beater sponsors, Richards Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing both the private and public sectors with a wide range of experience in the following industries: healthcare, industrial, heavy electrical machinery, government facilities, office facilities, retail facilities, existing electrical infrastructure, site lighting, and power. Owner Richard Mock and his incredible team would like to be your provider for all your electrical needs. Give them a call today, 512-259-4595. Richards Electric.
The Standard on Vaughn, a beautiful restaurant located in the heart of Bertram, Texas, featuring a full mixology bar and menu offerings including hand-select and house-cut steaks. They also offer private party and event space. The Standard on Vaughn is the place to be. Open Wednesday through Saturday. Free live music every weekend. The Standard on Vaughn, 145 East Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. TheStandardOnVaughn.com.
And we're back, folks. Just a check in here at the half. Thanks for joining us this evening. for some Liberty Hill basketball and Vype Live. Again, my name is Adam Mueller as we wait for the Panthers to come back out of the locker room for the second half. Rouse Raiders 22, Liberty Hill Panthers 21, sticking right with the top team in District 25 5A and still undefeated in District, the 6-0 Rouse Raiders. Rouse, as I mentioned early in the half, really has looked untouchable in District so far, except on Tuesday at home against Leander. Of course, a Leander Lions team that came to the Panthers' Den back in December and narrowly beat Liberty Hill. The Raiders just squeaking out a home win over Leander on Tuesday by 5 points. Really the closest any team has been this season in the district against these almost untouchable Rouse Raiders, who, of course, beat the Panthers twice last season. But I'd say, just from being at both of those games, that much closer than probably they finished, that score not an indication, as we see the Panthers come back out, not an indication of really the feeling and sort of flow of the games. I think Panthers stayed in it in both of those affairs for most of it, and are once again in this game. So we will see what they can do in the second half. We will step away as we get ready, just about a minute and a half away from the second half here on Vype Live. This is Liberty Hill basketball.
Globe Theater in Bertram, Texas, a hometown hideaway established in 1935, blends modern conveniences with historic Art Deco architecture. The Globe Theater now features live music, classic movies, and special events. Come out for the day, the night, or the weekend. This is a must-see destination in the Hill Country. Globe Theater, 132 West Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. Online at globetheatertx.com.
Thank you to one of our buzzer beater sponsors, Richards Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing both the private and public sectors with a wide range of experience in the following industries: healthcare, industrial, heavy electrical machinery, government facilities, office facilities, retail facilities, existing electrical infrastructure, site lighting, and power. Owner Richard Mock and his incredible team would like to be your provider for all your electrical needs. Give them a call today, 512-259-4595. Richards Electric.
And we're back, ready for the second half of play here at the Panthers' Den. Of course, thank you to our buzzer beater sponsors tonight. Also want to mention our three-pointer sponsors, Liberty Hill Pediatrics and Ortho 360. Appreciate your sponsorship of Runnin' Panthers basketball. Brian Stewart leading the Panthers in scoring in that first half with 6 points. Markel Timmons and Luke Landy both with 4. Ray Avery, 3 free throws, good for 3 points. And Colin Schultz and Toby Ryman both with 2. That's your 21 for the Panthers as they come back out ready for this third quarter. In that home white with the purple numbers and letters outlined in gold, and that sort of checkered purple and gold on the sides. Actually the same design that Rouse has. I think that might be the Nike design, as Rouse has the gold and black. And right out the inbounds, Toby Ryman knocked it off a leg. Wasn't sure which leg it was. Turns out referee thought it was the Panthers player, as Gardner and Moore discuss what they need to do better out of that sideline, out of bounds. Ryman will be right up on him. And now Moore trapped in the corner. Stewart did that perfectly, steps through. And now Nielsen gives it right away to Colin Schultz. Timmons wants to push the pace. Landy with the left hand. Nearly took an extra step, got it out to Brian Stewart. And now it's Markel Timmons. Timmons now to Landy. Schultz off the screen. Timmons with Nielsen all up in his face. Stewart's going to take his time, hit a couple threes in that first half. Tried to get it to Colin Schultz, and we're going to have a push in the back, I believe, on Roy Gardner. It is on number 23. Gardner's got 2, so both Haywood and Gardner with 2. Schultz on the block, working against the aforementioned Gardner. Couldn't find any room, though. And Timmons on the dribble drive. Nielsen slapped the backboard, but the layup was not there. Moore stepping into a 3, no good. Long rebound to Gardner. Schultz up, but Haywood will lay it in, and Gardner to Haywood is a nice combination for the Raiders. Ryman, Stewart, Timmons, again pressured by Nielsen. That will be a foul. Already 2 team fouls for the Raiders. Coach Krause's team plays very aggressive. Tend to, as we've seen already, rack up the fouls. Stewart, Landy looking for some space. Fade away with a defender in his face. Stewart up, down, back up. Couldn't get it to go. Gardner, big 6'7", almost had his pocket picked by Ryman. Both sets of fans unhappy. 6-14, no-look pass from JoJo Moore to Trey Nielsen. And it's been all Raiders on the scoreboard so far in the third quarter. Panthers only down 5, though. Ryman looks to hand it to Timmons. Couldn't get there. Again, Nielsen, clear instructions from his coach out of the half. Be right up in Markel Timmons' face. Ryman found some room off the screen. Fade away, no good. Again, some no-look passes. Gardner, Nielsen, back to Gardner. And the Raiders really starting to flow now. Coach Boren wants a timeout. 5:54 in the third quarter. Been all Rouse so far in the third, 28-21.
The Standard on Vaughn, a beautiful restaurant located in the heart of Bertram, Texas, featuring a full mixology bar and menu offerings including hand-select and house-cut steaks. They also offer private party and event space. The Standard on Vaughn is the place to be. Open Wednesday through Saturday. Free live music every weekend. The Standard on Vaughn, 145 East Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. TheStandardOnVaughn.com.
Second half, 6 straight points to open up half number 2. Coach Boren calling the timeout. Wants to get his boys reset and refocused. Biggest lead of the game for either team. And now Coach Krause is going to lay in the press. Actually, I think that was just intended to keep the ball out of the hands of Markel Timmons. Can already see that is a strategy, and Trey Nielsen's got himself a couple early fouls. Came into the second half with none, has 2. Montgomery will check back in for him. Timmons has got it right here in this corner. Gets out of it. Again, a lot of contact. Timmons almost slipped. Gardner will rebound it, and with the one hand, throw it right to Timmons, who wants to push. Landy in the corner, pump fake. Will get the foul called on Gardner. I believe that's his third. Yep, that's Roy Gardner's third foul. So the foul's starting to stack up. 5:01 to go. Luke Landy hits the free throw. First point of the second half for the Panthers. 5:01 still remaining in the third quarter, and 4 team fouls for Rouse. So remember, new rule now, 5 fouls per quarter, and you're shooting 2 free throws. So Landy knocks down 2 cool free throws. That's cool hand Luke right there. As Montgomery had his pocket picked by Ray Avery. Couldn't get back to it, but a nice hand from the Panthers faithful. See if that pays dividends later in this quarter. Haywood back in the game. Of course, he also has 2 fouls. Nice pass from Montgomery. Baldwin could not get it to go. Eric Richardson to the floor. He's also checked in. Montgomery, Devin Brown, who we haven't heard from Brown in the second half so far. 3-point shooter, and he's got enough space. I just said it. Short on that one. Ray Avery will corral the board and slow things down. Nice job by the senior guard. Stewart down on the other end for 3, knocks it down. Brian Stewart really has been the hot hand from 3. He's got 3 of them. Devin Brown wants to go quickly. Almost got the old-fashioned 3-point play. Excuse me, that's Montgomery there. Five straight from the Panthers out of that Coach Boren timeout. And it's back to 28-26, 2-point game. 4:11 left. Luke Landy, unfortunately, has picked up his 3rd foul. He stays in for Coach Boren. That's another storyline to follow as this game develops. Montgomery hits the 2nd, lead back to 3. You see the ball denial for Markel Timmons. They do not want him to be dribbling the ball down the court. Landy will work it downside. Brings it back out. Timmons, Landy, Stewart. Now Richardson. Got Haywood again, who's got 2 fouls. Might as well go up. Just had his pocket picked. Gets to the floor and a travel, which I think is a difficult call. Both guys down on the floor fighting for it. Good look for Eric Richardson as he is playing against Haywood, who we know has 2 fouls. Coach Boren arguing for his guys. Baldwin got himself caught and certainly went back across the half-court line, and it was missed by the officials. And a little makeup call will be a travel here. I think the referee maybe got both of those wrong, but Panthers come out with the basketball, so maybe the correct result. 2 wrongs do make a right there. Timmons all the way to the cup. Got it to go. Markel Timmons. You see why they've been denying him the ball. He's really found a rhythm, and based on how high this defense comes up, Markel Timmons can use that excellent acceleration to get around his defender. Jojo Moore, tough shot. Luke Landy helped on the rebound and brings it up slowly. Ray Avery in the corner. And now wants to take his man. Stuck in there. And pass back out to Timmons to Moore, who used that outside arm to sort of push. No call. 2:45. Timmons again off the drive. Can't get it to go. Eric Richardson was fouled. Couple good minutes for the junior Richardson. Takes one big dribble, and his free throw, nothing but net. Nice shot from Eric. (31-29). Ryman and Jackson Scott are back in there. So Landy, Timmons, Scott, Ryman, and Richardson, who's a little bit strong on the free throw. And Jojo Moore will take it back down. 2.5 left, third quarter. Panthers just about sticking with the Raiders. Here's Haywood underneath. Nice move from Amari Haywood. lead back out to 4 with Montgomery in the game covering Timmons. It's not as much ball denial. And Timmons immediately recognized it and tries to take the Raiders guard on the dribble. Richardson at the top of the key. Timmons, Scott thought about the 3 ball, will attack Baldwin. Strong move, couldn't get it to go. Ryman, ripped it out of Devin Brown's hand, unfortunately. Oh no, possession arrow stays here, so Panthers retain the ball. Landy and Richardson come out. Stewart and Williams come in. 1:56, quarter number 3. Ryman, a little bit of room on that far side. Scott, telegraphed it, but Baldwin made contact in the back, and Jackson Scott will be shooting free throws. Jackson Scott now at the line. Knocks down the first. Jackson Scott with his first point. Also from the free throw line. Some good contributions from guys like Eric Richardson, Jackson Scott, Ray Avery. As they're drawing fouls, Jackson Scott put them both in. Back to a 2-point game. And there's JoJo Moore. That's the trap spot right there. But when you stand at 6'5", you're able to look over those smaller guards and get out of that position. Devin Brown in the corner, good looking shot. Jackson Scott will shoot more free throws. In fact, Luke Baldwin has his 4th foul. Strong rebound from Jackson Scott. As we said, free throws could become a big part of this game. Of course, the fouls don't carry over into the 4th quarter in terms of free throw shooting for the Panthers as Scott knocks down his 3rd straight. But they certainly will carry over in terms of personal foul numbers. So, again, something to watch. Scott, opportunity to tie the game, unable to. And JoJo Moore just wants to fly down the court. Finds Gardner in the corner, will shoot the 3, and knocks it down. Roy Gardner, 6'7", big man, able to knock it down from beyond the arc. And a quick timeout from Coach Krause, and we will take it with him. 1:20 to go in quarter number 3. Raiders 36, Panthers 32.
Globe Theater in Bertram, Texas, a hometown hideaway established in 1935, blends modern conveniences with historic Art Deco architecture. The Globe Theater now features live music, classic movies, and special events. Come out for the day, the night, or the weekend. This is a must-see destination in the Hill Country. Globe Theater, 132 West Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. Online at globetheatertx.com.
Back at the Panthers' den here in Liberty Hill as the home team staying with the visitors, the high-powered Rouse Raiders, holding on to that 4-point lead. Defense has been the story. Foul trouble has been the story. A lot for Rouse. Luke Landy, of course, for Liberty Hill with 3. But other than that, it's all on the visitors as the Panthers have been shooting since about the halfway mark in this quarter. Timmons, Stewart, nice hesitation move. Williams tried to find some room. Risky pass from Stewart. Ryman did well. Got it to Scott. He wants to attack the bucket. Clean strip from Haywood. Ryman's on the floor. And we've got a foul called, I believe, on the Raiders. So Toby Ryman shooting free throws. Yes, he is. Every time there's a foul, I check the scoreboard. Lucky enough here at the Panthers' den to have scoreboard where you can see the player and the number of fouls. Toby Ryman knocks down the free throw. Devin Brown has his first foul of this game. 2 good-looking free throws from Toby Ryman. 53 seconds to go. 2-point game. JoJo Moore again. Perfect trapping position. He's just able to look over the double team. It's a luxury that not a lot of teams have. And again, Rouse doing this thing where there's about 30 seconds to go in the quarter, and they would just hold for the last shot. It's very interesting. I don't think they would be doing this if they didn't think the Panthers were right there. It's a competitive game, and I think it shows when a team like Rouse hesitates, and Timmons gets some of the ball and will be called for a foul, and that is not going to hurt in terms of team fouls in this quarter, but I believe Markell just picked up his third. Tough time to get it. Yes, he did. Coach Boren didn't like that. Brown with the pump fake. It's a 2, and he knocks it down as time expires. A good shot there from Devin Brown. We go to the fourth quarter. Again, the Liberty Hill running Panthers sticking right with the Rouse Raiders. Put up the 4 fingers. We are ready for a good one. Into the last quarter we go. It's Rouse 38, Liberty Hill 34.
Thank you to one of our buzzer beater sponsors, Richards Electric, a full-service electrical contractor servicing both the private and public sectors with a wide range of experience in the following industries: healthcare, industrial, heavy electrical machinery, government facilities, office facilities, retail facilities, existing electrical infrastructure, site lighting, and power. Owner Richard Mock and his incredible team would like to be your provider for all your electrical needs. Give them a call today, 512-259-4595. Richards Electric.
And we are back here at the Panthers Den. Adam Mueller with you tonight. Thanks for joining us on Vype Live for some Liberty Hill basketball. It was Teachers Appreciation Night tonight. All the players on the varsity team able to recognize their favorite teachers. That was a nice moment prior to tip-off. But we will focus right here on the game at hand. Again, Moore trapped there in the corner. Landy gets a piece of the pass and will break it out. The jump stop was really nice, but Amari Haywood did not bite. 3 ball from Landy on line, couldn't get it to go. Nothing comes out of that turnover. And a nice pass there to Brown on the baseline. Couldn't handle it, though, so missed his opportunity for a shot. 2-3 zone remains the same with that starting 5 for the Panthers. Landy, Ryman right there. Schultz, Timmons, and Stewart. Starting 5 for Rouse as well, except Montgomery's in for Nielsen here on this near side. JoJo Moore, again, using his body. And that's got to be a jump ball here, and we are heading this way. Jump ball is the call. A little confusion between the referees. Good hustle from Markell Timmons against the taller JoJo Moore. And with 7:06 in the fourth, Panthers forcing 2 turnovers to start this quarter. Coach Boren calls his play. Stewart, Schultz underneath, little floater, no good. Gardner, so much length down there. Just altered the shot enough. Montgomery's going to try and go coast to coast, will be fouled. Who picked up the foul? Is that Toby? I believe that was Toby, 6:43 in the fourth. It was Toby Ryman. So Mari Haywood. Moore. Defense was very aware of the inbounder coming right back in that corner pocket down there. And again, Rouse slows it down. not able to run that free-flowing offense. There was a few moments early in that third quarter. Now JoJo Moore is going to take a deep three, and the long rebound, unfortunately, falls to Rouse. Ryman was looking for the steal, so had to recover, and defense does well. Well, we thought the game on Tuesday was a defensive battle. This certainly is. 38-34, 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. Montgomery Haywood uses some strength, and I don't know if that was Colin Schultz on the hit, but Haywood would go to the free throw line. It is on Toby Ryman. Haywood knocks down the free throw. District 25 5A. It is Rouse. These Raiders at the top at 6-0. Then it's Cedar Park at 5-1. Then Glenn at 4-2. Leander and Liberty Hill both at 3-3. So we know Liberty Hill can play with the teams at the top of this district. Cedar Park and Glenn, number 2 and number 3. Close road defeats. Toby Ryman from the elbow couldn't get it to go. The offense just looking for a spark here for Liberty Hill, and Rouse is going to try and capitalize on that. Montgomery to Brown. Rouse almost like they're holding on to this 6-point lead. Moore. Brown stepped on the sideline. Another turnover and more good defense from the Panthers. It's not flashy, but it's working a treat so far. Ray Avery, Eric Richardson, and Jackson Scott check in. Landy and Timmons remain. And again, with Nielsen out of the game, Timmons is free to receive the inbounds, not denied the ball. Scott, Timmons, Richardson down there on the block. Landy attacks. Again, nice fundamental jump stop, but found himself a little bit trapped, and Timmons absorbed a lot of contact. Richardson with the rebound, had his putback blocked by Gardner. 4:34 left. Timmons, Landy, Avery mishandled, but gets around Devin Brown and wants the three. And 3 seconds will be called. What a strange time to call 3 seconds. Thought it was a foul on the three, honestly, but not the case. JoJo Moore jump pass into the corner. Amari Haywood's three. No good. Nobody blocked out. Roy Gardner took a ton of steps. And Ray Avery swatted it away. 6-1 against 6-7. Shakes off the look for Richardson. Landy looking for some offense. That has really been the missing piece. Richardson to Timmons on the back cut, and Markell couldn't finish it. That's how you beat that tight pressure man-to-man, is back screens, back cuts. First time we saw a good back cut, and Montgomery will now give to Moore. Again, Rouse taking their time. Guess in a tight game like this, every second counts. Beautiful pass to Gardner, who went for the dunk. Foul? Minimal contact there. Jackson Scott met him at the rim. Almost like a default call, but need to respect the refs that come out here every week and do a great job, enable us to play these games. Roy Gardner will go to the free throw line. Knocks down the first. AJ Roldan, Brian Stewart in, Timmons and Scott out. Gardner, Brown, Haywood, Moore, all seniors. So it's an experienced, senior-laden roster for Coach Krause. And speaking of Coach Krause, he'll call a timeout. The lead is 8 with 3:20 in the fourth quarter. You're watching Liberty Hill basketball on Vype Live.
The Standard on Vaughn, a beautiful restaurant located in the heart of Bertram, Texas, featuring a full mixology bar and menu offerings including hand-select and house-cut steaks. They also offer private party and event space. The Standard on Vaughn is the place to be. Open Wednesday through Saturday. Free live music every weekend. The Standard on Vaughn, 145 East Vaughn Street, Bertram, Texas. TheStandardOnVaughn.com.
Beater sponsors tonight: Globe Theater, Standard on Vaughn, and Richards Electric. Also want to shout out our three-pointer sponsors: Liberty Hill Pediatrics and Ortho 360. Out of the timeout, AJ Roldan in the game. We'll get it to Ray Avery. Panthers not been able to connect on the offensive end. Luke Landy out of the timeout. How's that to light a fire under this team? Panthers have looked so good out of the timeout. Devin Brown got himself trapped, but a good step through. Rouse, you can see, has worked on that a lot. Those pivots on the double team. JoJo Moore, again, the risky jump pass, but does get it to work. It's easier when you're 6'5". Cross-court pass. Trayvon Williams is in there, too. Thought about the steal. Got to be aggressive. 2.5 left. JoJo Moore just dribbles around somebody, and Trayvon Williams takes the charge. Big moment for Trayvon. Little hesitation from the referee. He waited. Toby Ryman and Markel Timmons back in for Roldan and Avery. Big moment there for Trayvon Williams. We have not seen much of him in district play this year, but moments like that really contribute to the team. 5-point game, 2:20 left. Luke Landy's the hot hand, takes a little contact, can't get it to go. Ball bounces out. Brian Stewart had the ball tipped out of his hands and through his legs by Roy Gardner. Boy. Third game in a row. Liberty Hill in a tight contest here. Timmons at the top. Landy wants the three. Just a little short. Stewart with the rebound. Jump ball is a call. Well, unfortunately headed back to Rouse. As the away team will retain possession. And they'll push the ball quickly up the court. Haywood, a dangerous pass. Roy Gardner looked like took an extra step, throws it down. Big cheer from the away fans. Timmons, Landy, Stewart from deep, short, 1:40 left. Haywood. And Montgomery dribbled it maybe off the leg of Stewart. Ryman for three, knocks it down. Was it a three? Yes, it was. They're giving him three, so Toby Ryman. With his first three of the game, we're back to 4. So after the dunk, kind of felt like that was the finishing blow. The away fans here in front of me think it was a 2-point shot. I think the refs are going to maintain the call that it was 3. I still see 44-40 on the court. We see the refs here right in front of us getting together and talking it over. I wonder if that's about, if it was a 2 or a 3. should mention before we finish this game off that Panthers will be at Leander on Tuesday. That is a big one for district rankings. Not to say that any of the games the Panthers have played in the last 2 weeks haven't been big, but that's another big one. And then we'll be at Lehman in a week's time, so that's looking forward for the Runnin' Panthers. Boy, oh boy, if you like high-intensity, high-stress basketball, then you've loved the last week and a half for the Liberty Hill Runnin' Panthers. Just haven't been able yet to close out with a victory. Can they do it in the least likely scenario against the undefeated Rouse Raiders? And there was a quick foul there. Was that intentional? Must have been. 4 team fouls on Liberty Hill, which might not actually be the worst thing. And now Rouse will be shooting. So Toby Ryman picked up his 3rd. I think the second one will be on Brian Stewart. Montgomery's going to be the free throw shooter. That'll be the first on Brian Stewart. So in that timeout, I'm sure Coach Bourne said, we can't let them hold the ball any longer. We need to foul. And now the impetus will be on Rouse to knock down free throw shots. Really quiet in the gym, and Montgomery gets the shooter's touch. A little bit more noise from that home crowd. That one's certainly short. Big rebound by Trayvon Williams. So with 1:22, Panthers will get the ball back, down 5. Only 1 team foul. A lot of team fouls on Rouse in the 3rd quarter, not so much in the 4th. Landy, you can see, wants a 3. Nice back cut to Williams, who had his shot blocked by Gardner. Toby Ryman tried for the steal. Brown in the corner. Boy, Markel Timmons hardly made contact there. I'm not sure where that call came from. 105, Markel picked up his 4th. Free throw from Devin Brown is good. Nice free throws from the senior guard, Devin Brown, and lead is now 7 with a minute to go. But we've seen the Panthers with a lot of resilience in this game, and Trayvon tried the little alley-oop, could not get it to go, and that feels like a big moment. Almost seemed like a planned attack there from Brian Stewart to Trayvon Williams, that they smile at each other. And Brian Stewart sort of throwing that one off the backboard. Trayvon coming in quickly, couldn't get the alley-oop finish to fall, and Roy Gardner knocks down another free throw. Raiders extend the lead to 8. What an effort tonight, though, by the Panthers. I think my word of the night really is resilience. Could have bowed to the pressure of this Raiders team at any point, but stuck right with them and have continued to attack. You see there the effort, down 9, under a minute, as Liberty Hill just keeps attacking. Ryman in a ton of trouble. Stewart, Timmons. Step back 3 is way short. JoJo Moore behind the back. Little overly elaborate there from the senior. But it is a 9-point advantage with 23 seconds left. I think one thing this stretch of games has taught Liberty Hill is that they can hang with anybody in this district, and it's just all about keeping composure late in the game. And Luke Landy drops another jumper. Coach Bourne's going to call a quick timeout with 15 seconds. Landy now the leading scorer for Liberty Hill with 11. Full timeout on the floor gives us a second to check the scoring. Brian Stewart with 9 points. That's three pointers from Stewart. Markel Timmons added 6. Toby Ryman also with 6. Ray Avery and Jackson Scott with 3 apiece, and Eric Richardson with 1. So that's your scoring. I should say Colin Schultz also with 2 points. That's your scoring for the Panthers. And hope you've enjoyed this sort of opposite angle here across from the benches. Get a look at what's going on the Panthers bench. 15 seconds left. Down 7 would take a real miracle at this point. We'd still want to work on your what appears to be man-to-man press. Don't see this a whole lot. Markel right up on JoJo Moore. Will foul him. I think that'll be it for Markel. So A.J. Roldan will check into the game. 5 fouls on Markel Williams. Who will shake the opposing coach's hand there. Tough night for Markel, but should keep his head high. It's a, again, difficult opponent. JoJo Moore adds the free throw and will extend the lead back to 9. But again, in my opinion, not an indication of how close this game has felt all night. Trayvon Williams sort of acting point guard. Goes around Gardner, and Trayvon with his first 2 points. He will be happy to be on the scoring sheet, but that'll do it. So another tough defeat for the Panthers, but this probably the most difficult opponent they will see throughout this district season. So you've got to commend the effort and look forward to a big one on Tuesday. Can we call it a must-win? Well, certainly feels like it against Leander, who is right there neck and neck in district with these Panthers. Hope you enjoyed it tonight. Again, my name is Adam Mueller. We will be with you again on Tuesday. And the final from the Panthers Den, Rouse 51, Liberty Hill 44. Thanks, everybody.